Hello everyone, this is Goldshroom Gaming back for some more StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. We do have a Bronze League game here. We do have 6th1down versus Acrimonious. 6th1down being our Terran hero. In the top right hand corner and in the bottom left hand corner we do have Acrimonious. 6th1down is our local hero of the day. This is Barcraft from Reload Bar and Games, in which we cast some local talent. We do have the supply depot coming out on the part of 6th1down here at 14 supply with 50 minerals sitting around. We do have the 15 refinery coming out from 6th1down. On the Acrimonious side, we do have the 15 gate coming out. This being a fairly standard aggression build from Acrimonious, obviously not being greedy enough to go for the Nexus first. We do have that supply depot finishing up, and we should see a barracks coming out anytime soon. This is Bronze League after all, so that may not be happening. Likewise, we do have this Vespene gas geyser, which is not getting saturated. We have this command center, which is not getting not having anything come out of it, and we do have that 50 ABM there coming out from 6th1down. On the Acrimonious side, we do have this gas geyser actually being fully taken. We do have double gas. We could see some kind of Phoenix play or proxy oracle or something of that nature. We do have that gateway finishing up, and we do have the cybernetic score on the way. A fairly standard opener for Protoss. For our Terran player over here, we are behind by about 1 supply, but that is okay. Currently floating about 300 resources in total. Could be going for some kind of fast expansion. Instead, going for that early supply depot with about 23 supply on the clock. That is not too bad an idea. We do have the likewise pylon starting up and finishing for Acrimonious right now. Both players floating about 300 to 400 resources. We do have that factory coming out for 6th1down. There's a lot of aggression. We have the reactor coming out. Will we see some reactored Hellions maybe? Reactored Cyclones? Reactored Reapers even? We do have the extra gateway coming out. It does look like we will be seeing some kind of gateway all-in, perhaps a Bleak Stalker all-in coming out of Acrimonious. Not even one expansion on the way just yet for either player. 6th1down is loading about 500 resources. That is okay. We do have quite a lot of SCVs queued up there on 6th1down's part. Nothing coming out of this Nexus at the moment. We may be looking for an expansion at some point in time. We do have a robotics facility coming out and a forge as well. We could be seeing some kind of immortal play. That is okay. Factory going down onto the reactor. We may be seeing reacted Hellions, ladies and gentlemen. We do have this command center, which is still not an orbital command. Pro tip of the day, get orbital command. Orbital command is really, really good. We do have double cyclone, in fact triple cyclone on the way, just waiting for the supply depot to come back up so that 6th1down can produce out of that reactored factory. We do have triple gateways on the way, which should imply heavy ground aggression, I guess, on the part of Acrimonious. Neither player has expanded yet, and the vision is not quite there. We still don't see orbital commands for 6th1down, but that is okay. We do, however, see a Cyclone out there guarding the front. There we go. We do see expansions coming out from both players at the 3 minutes 40 mark. Not too bad for aggressive types of builds. We do have the Cyclone production continuing. 6th1down is currently supply blocked, but that is okay. There is indeed a supply depot coming down on the part of 6th1down. I do believe this is queued up, but that is okay. We do have 3 Cyclones out on the part of 6th1down, and moving on over to the Acrimonious side, there's not too much of anything really. We do have basically 2 Adepts, which could easily be crushed if 6th1down were to move out right now, could easily win the game, instead choosing to build up their forces, which is quite okay. We do have that supply depot coming out just in time for this next Cyclone to begin producing. We could fill up that production queue with an additional Cyclone. We could see, of course, an orbital command, which would very much help us. And we do see some action. We do see some move outs. Acrimonious did easily spot that move out with that with that observer, we do have these Cyclones just sitting here at out the front of Acrimonious's base, not doing too much. If an attack move just went straight in and went up against these 5 Adepts, I do believe 6-1-down would have quite the advantage. We do have the observer, which is in his 6-1-down's base and is able to scout absolutely everything. We do have this command center, which is not producing anything. We have oversaturation of workers over here. We could easily see 2 orbital commands, and that would very much benefit 6-1-down. No starport just yet on the part of 6-1-down, but instead a second barracks coming out. That is okay. That's a whole lot of anti-air, ground-type aggression. What exactly happened back there is the real question. Maybe 6-1-down did move out with a few units. We do have a large number of Adepts coming in on 6-1-down's base. There's a defensive force. It will actually work out quite well. Oh no, they're on the move command! 6-1-down's forces immediately getting shredded by that repeated move command, but that is okay. We do have the counterattack coming here, 1 Marine and 1 Cyclone on the part of 6-1-down. There's the reinforcing defensive force, and I do believe 6-1-down should clean this out quite well. Likewise, Acrimonious will clean up this small push on the part of 6-1-down, and that is okay. Acrimonious floating huge amounts of money right now, 6-1-down floating not quite as much, but also being behind on the work count by about 7. We do see this orbital command finally finishing up. We don't see any harvesters on this natural expansion. There being far too many workers out here in the main, and none of these mules getting dropped. So I do believe 6-1-down could step up their game there. There's the push for Cyclones and a couple of Marines up against only 7 Adepts. I do believe that should work out quite well. There's the worker pull. Oh my gosh, what happened over there? Alright, so we have a whole lot of workers which will be joining the main attack force. I do believe this is quite a ballsy all-in move from 6-1-down. The music getting quite appropriately epic. I don't believe Acrimonious spotted this move out whatsoever. We do have about 7 Adepts there from Acrimonious. We have 6-1-down, who is continuing to reinforce with a small amount of units. That will work out quite well for them. There's the worker pull. The Photon Overcharge quickly getting shut down. We do have 4 Marines here, which should be enough to take out this Mothership core, but with this huge amount of SCVs out there being pulled, and first, there's focusing down the Twilight Council. Not sure that's the best strategy. I do believe it's good to focus on the opponent's military. 6-1-down realizes this, chases after these remaining Adepts. Acrimonious floating a huge amount of resources right now, and these warp gates are rip-roaring to go. Acrimonious could reinforce, but instead choosing to do not too much. Here come the reinforcing Adepts, but I don't believe that will be enough. I do believe these SCVs could be repairing, but that is okay. 6-1-down quickly clears up this defense. We do have Acrimonious with the wow proxy base. Excellent. I don't see too many proxies out here, but that was indeed quite an innovative attack angle from 6-1-down. Acrimonious, likewise, just like the rest of us, thought there wasn't too much in the way of an attack force from 6-1-down, and there's the GG.